Nothing. No news whatsoever has been positive over the last couple months in terms of Saquon Barkley. People try and paint some of these updates as if they are positive news, but they're not. Oh, he's going to take 8 live reps. No, that's not good news.
This is the Fantasy Football Show with your host, Smitty.
Top 5 running back. You're watching the Fantasy Football Show.
Smitty!
Take a lap.
When that news broke like a week ago or less than a week ago, oh, he's taking 8 live reps. He was taking handoffs, looking down at his knee with pads on, not getting hit. And people were like, oh, he's back. He's taking live reps. No one even knew what live reps meant. They read it, they heard it, they regurgitated it. He's back. Or when he was activated several weeks ago from the PUP, he's back. He's been activated. He was activated to get set up to potentially take those live reps. The dude is not ready. And I don't know if it's going to take today's news report to caution people away from drafting this man, if you even have a draft left, at the top of round 2, let alone in round 1. The Athletic is reporting that Barkley may not get a full workload in week 1. He may be on the field. He still may not be on the field in week 1. I think a lot of people are going to take this news as he will for sure play, when the bottom line is we don't know what's going on with Barkley. The other thing you got to keep in mind is that this guy tore his ACL very early on. And yes, it is true that it takes a full year to really recover fully from a torn ACL. Some running backs rebound quicker than others. Every player is different, but this guy's one of the most gifted, physically gifted players in the NFL. In my opinion, and I've got 19 years of breaking down injuries, something else must have happened. Something we'll hear about next offseason, because that's how news comes in and rolls in nowadays. A report's gonna break like he had a cleanup surgery in June. Something that will explain what we're looking at right here. But whether he is Barkley of old in week 5 or 4 doesn't matter. That's your best case scenario. I know a lot of you were like, I'm still gonna draft him at number 8, Smitty, because if he's on fire come week 4, I'm fine. I'm fine if as long as he returns at some point, I'm fine. It's good. Why? How can you justify taking a guy that's not ready to go right now when your alternative is the number 1 wide receiver or number 2 wide receiver in fantasy football in Adams or Hill? I would take Calvin Ridley over Barkley. That's probably not bold anymore. It was bold a week ago. I would take Gibson over Barkley, Najee Harris over Barkley, Clyde Edwards-Helaire over Barkley. That's pushing Barkley all the way down to at least the bottom of round 2. At me if you want. If you still really believe, oh, based on name, I have to take Barkley over those guys. You're crazy, Smitty. How can you like Clyde Edwards-Helaire over Barkley? Are you out of your mind? I must have messed that up. If you have a draft yet to come, do not draft Barkley in round 1. Don't draft Barkley at the top of round 2. Take much better and safer alternatives, guys that don't have to prove to you that they're back in order to get their value back. There's a big difference in believing in a guy that has a little bit of question around him, maybe future injury risk. Clyde Edwards-Helaire had a ankle injury, or Gibson with the toe. There is such a huge difference in believing in a guy that might have potential injury and a guy that is overcoming current injury, rebounding out of it, unproven in terms of where that player's at in the recovery process from that season-ending, massively bad injury. Career-altering injury. I don't know why this topic gets so much pushback. I pretty much guarantee it will get less pushback every single hour we inch toward week 1. In fact, I don't think we'll see as many negative comments in this video right here. I believe people are going to start realizing this is a real threat. The alternative is better. Why risk the biscuit when you don't need to? People say that.
You gotta risk it for the biscuit.
That's true in many cases, but in this particular scenario, your alternative is still a potential top 5 running back in Najee Harris or Gibson, or the number 1 overall wide receiver in Adams or Ridley or Hill. Even Justin Jefferson. I take Justin Jefferson over Saquon Barkley all day long. I take a guy that could be number 1 at his position, yet people are like, how can you take that guy over Barkley, Smitty? I don't get it. It's Barkley, Smitty. It's Barkley. People are literally arguing with me and complaining because I want to take a player that could be number 1 at their position. A non-quarterback could be number 1 at their position. I'm taking that player over Barkley, who has yet to prove he's back and ready, who we know for a fact could be and should be and will be limited in week 1 if he even plays. Barkley, how do you feel about the upcoming season and where you're at?
I don't know. I don't know where I'm at. I'm going to take it slow. This is my career on the line.
I don't know what my week 1 outlook's going to look like. And it's a smart move to take it slow if he's not ready. He's trying to tell you. He's trying to tell all of you that he's not ready. Bob from accounting, you're not listening, buddy. He's been telling us the entire time he's not ready. His timeline and where he's at and what he's done at what point during the offseason is telling us that he's not ready. The writing has been on the wall. I've been screaming it for a while now. And if you have an existing draft to come, do not draft this man. No matter how much you freaking love him, it doesn't matter. Don't let nostalgia cloud your judgment. You're a fantasy football owner, for goodness sake. Put your juice box away, your nostalgia, tuck it away all nice and tight, and make a smart move as a GM, as a fantasy football GM.
Now go get him.
Join me every Tuesday and Thursday here on the Fantasy Football Show. I'm live every Tuesday and Thursday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern. And get on over to Prize Picks. I've been telling you about Prize Picks forever. Go to Smitty1.com, click on the banner. This will pop up right in front of your face. Click on it, deposit, get a free phone call from me, a roster evaluation, trade advice. We can cook up a trade. Get on over to Smitty1.com, click on this banner, enter a $20 minimum deposit, and start playing the over and under on player statistics. Like Saquon Barkley, I've been telling you for months to take the under on his yardage total. Even in week 1, there's some awesome props like the over on Alvin Kamara. Like look at this right here. 71.5 rushing yards. I know it's the Bucks, but give me the over on that. Give me the over on 54 rushing yards for Mike Davis against the Eagles. Give me, what is this for Najee? Give me over 67.5 yards against the Bills for Najee Harris. These are phenomenal. You can actually click the multiplier where you have to get all 3 of your picks right, like Elliott over 71.5, Mike Davis over 54.5, Najee Harris over 67.5, and you can get that like 5 times multiplier and turn 20 into 100. Go to Prize Picks, use promo code Smitty. Start playing these over-under player props and make week 1 an absolute glorious day. Dalvin Cook over 94.5. Yeah, against the Bengals. Scratch everything I said. Throw him in the mix for week 1. Dalvin Cook 94.5. Give me the over. Go to Smitty1.com. Click on this banner. Enter promo code Smitty. Get a free phone call from me, and they'll match up to $100 on your first deposit. It's a win. Get on over there now, and it supports the channel. It helps your boy Smitty create more and more content. So get on over to Smitty1.com, click on Prize Picks, drop it, and of course you can order my text advice service by going to HeySmitty.com. I carry around a second phone that is just my HeySmitty.com text advice members. I walk around with it all day. I've got my real phone, I've got my work phone, and together I shove them into my pocket, and I go get food, I go get lunch, I go get dinner, and I'm in line, and I'm like, hello, hold on, can I get a pepperoni pie, please? And I'm literally having a blast with my followers while I'm on my phone, and maybe they'll talk together. Go to HeySmitty.com, get on my text service right now. Let's cook up some trades. Later.
This is the Fantasy Football Show with your host, Smitty.
You're watching the Fantasy Football Show.
Smitty!